Hey guys, welcome to another video on Architect on Wheels. So I'm just returning from Borivali to Kurla East, Nehru Nagar. I just wrapped up a client meeting and man, it has been a hell of a busy day. Let's see, I just hope I don't run into traffic or else it's going to be a very boring journey. This signal is pretty long.
One eternity later.
So yeah, I've just started from Borivali. It's going to be a heck of a long journey, I think. Let's just hope the roads are very clear. But I gotta admit, the roads here are pretty bad, man. I mean, it's not just central Mumbai, eastern Mumbai or suburbs, it's even in the western. There are too many potholes, too many undulations, and it gets kind of unnerving sometimes, I feel. And it's, I don't know, I mean, it's very, what the fuck? It's a very unnerving experience and, you know, unsettling experience that Mumbaikas are facing currently, but then you can't really help it unless it is rectified by the corporation. But nonetheless, so today I thought that let's discuss, I think it's about time I tell you what's exactly going on. So I've been mentioning in the past couple of videos that I bought this bike, I rode it a bit, and then I didn't use it at all. So there were a couple of reasons which I said that I would be discussing in the upcoming videos. So guys, here it is. We were expecting our first child and my wife just delivered a baby boy on Dasara, that is 12th of October 2024. So yeah, the daddy duties were keeping me kind of busy with the family work and my wife taking care of her. So that was primarily the main reason why I thought you know, biking should take a back seat for some time. And plus the rains had wreaked havoc all over Mumbai, and rains had wreaked havoc on the roads of Mumbai, and it was kind of, you know, disturbing, and it was kind of unsettling to ride the bike also in the monsoons, because you know it's always risky to ride on slippery surface. Although you can do, I've done it pretty good amount of times before, and I've done it on my Dominar, Ninja, and a lot of other bikes which I've owned in the past. But yeah, just to be safe. And you know, the work front was also pretty stressful for the past couple of months since February, so not February, March, April. Since April onwards the work front was very stressful. So I think I gave it a thought that, you know, it's best if I just kind of dial down my riding a bit till I settled out on the work front and overall all these things that you know, were at hand. So that was the main reason, one of the main reasons that I decided that, you know, biking can take a backseat till the finally the good news arrives. And yes, it did arrive with a bang, and here I am back on two wheels again, commuting, riding and touring, hopefully soon. So yeah, that's it. So I thought, you know, why not make a video of myself telling you what exactly got me into, you know, riding and motorcycles. Because motorcycles for boys are you can't say toys, but it's more of an emotional connect. It's more of a emotional decision, or the motorcycle is basically your identity. It's sort of your better half, you can say, your existence. For me at least it is. It's very important. For most of the bikers it always is, and it always will be. So basically what happened is, what the heck? So my dad is kind of responsible to, you know, get me into biking, to be honest. because he himself was not, you can say, a complete hardcore biker. He was sort of a biker. And incidentally, he also happens to be an architect. He ran his own firm, which I'm continuing his legacy right now. But during his early years of travels, I know, young age, he traveled mostly on bikes. He had a specific one which I clearly remember. It was a blue in Suzuki 2-stroke, and man, what a bike it was. So I remember being a kid and sitting on his tank and enjoying the ride. So he used to take me out on rides, couple of fun rides, a lot of times, mostly in and around city, but never out of city. He was pretty अरे यार, मेरे को जगह तो दो जाने के लिए. So yeah, he rode the in Suzuki in and around town. So he used to take me and my mom as well on a couple of fun rides, for outings and stuff. And I remember being a kid sitting on his tank. It was a blue colored bike. I remember it very vividly, very clearly. It was a blue colored bike, and it was 2-stroke, making a typical 2-stroke noise. And back then as well, it was a pretty good head turner, because those bikes were very rare back then. It was the AX100 model, if I remember it correctly, a 5-speed one. And man, what a bike it was. I still remember the amount of rush that I used to feel as a kid sitting on this bike and being, the feeling of pride, the feeling of a sense of freedom, a sense of pride that used to set in whenever he used to take me out on the ride. It was fun, it was nice. And I think I traveled for almost 3-4 years, if I'm not wrong, on the front of his bike, and till he could not take me, and then we had to switch to a car. But yeah, I think he used the bike a lot, and he loved that bike to every bits and pieces of it. And that bike is primarily one of the major reasons that got me into biking, because motorcycling is something that motorcycling is something that, once you get hooked, you can't kind of get back from it, and it stays with you for the rest of your life. And that is something that you will always enjoy. There's something that you will always love to do, no matter what the things. And yes, so that got me into biking. And the actual story began back in I don't remember the exact year, but in my teens, I think 18, when I was 18, 19, when I got my first bike. And incidentally, it happened to be a 2-stroke again. It was none other than the legendary RX 135 5-speed. That was a risky overtake. So it was none other than the RX 135, sorry, 5-speed gearbox. That, man, what a bike it was. It was a legendary bike, and I still remember riding it in my early days.